All right. Well, as usual, we got a jam-packed episode for you today. We got thru-hikers in their own words, how things are going on out their trail updates and different conditions out there. We got some trail news that's going to affect the thru-hikers out there, and we've even got a feature about how 3/4 of the thru-hikers from last year are okay with trash on the trail. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So we got Drifter, Carry On, and Bandit. They took that brutal 6-mile reroute there at Iron Mountain Gap and indicated that it was tough. They said it was supposed to be 6 miles, but they felt like it was more like about 8. And they sent in this video with water and trail conditions.
Hey Ramdino, it's Dave Carry and Bandit, also known as Drifter, Carry On, and Bandit.
From Gen X Adventure Tales.
We have made it to the Broken Fiddle Hostel in Damascus. We finally got our tags. We just wanted to let you know that the trail is all clear from, well, basically Uncle Johnny's all the way to here. They cut through everything.
Yep.
Not really many obstacles. A couple here and there, but not too bad.
But water conditions are iffy.
Yep.
So
might want to start carrying water.
Carry some extra water, because some of the ones that are listed as
having water don't have it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it short. Thanks for everything you do. Goodbye.
Bye.
So I had given last week the unofficial detour around the devastation there at Iron Mountain Gap, and at no time did I tell you should take that unofficial. As a matter of fact, I think I said that you probably should take the official since it's official. But here it is again, just in case. We're going to talk about when you definitely should not take the unofficial route here in just a few minutes coming up later on. Scrooge, he reports in from before the knock.
Hey Ramdino, this is Scrooge on top of Western Bald. What a climb. Trail's in pretty good shape and had one pretty good blowdown today, I'll show you. But it's nice up here, hell of a view, geez. Seems like I've been climbing forever, but this is nice. But about ready to head down to camp. Maybe we'll go up to the tower, I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing okay. The weather's been up and down, as you know, so we've had to kind of bail on a couple of days, but body's holding together, 120 miles in or so. But doing great. Looking forward to going to the knock in a couple of days with some friends. Hey, thanks for all you do, and we'll see you in the Smokies.
Kentucky Fried, he reports in from Gatlinburg as he got caught up with a bunch of other thru-hikers there in Gatlinburg. So they got off trail at Newfound Gap, got down the road and got into, called a shuttle into Gatlinburg, and then the Newfound Gap road, I believe that's 441, got shut down due to a storm coming in and high winds. So anytime there's high winds coming in, freezing weather, what have you, but even high winds in the middle of summer, they're going to shut down that road because a lot of trees fall across it. So they got to have time to clear it. So they got caught down there when all that happened, and I think they were down there for at least another day. Alpha Gal, he has made it to Grayson Highlands and sends in this update.
Hey Ramdino, made it to Walnut Mountain Road. Last time I saw this, you were up here doing some trail maintenance, and it's just so interesting that freaking every tree fell down everywhere except for this little one on this memorial for Pops, standing true. Go Pops, go. So yeah, we're cutting through here, and just looking at it now, it looks so different than when I was here. I was actually here back in September, and right down over there with some people I knew. It's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, thanks for getting this cleaned up. This is not bad at all now. Could not have imagined what it was like before. Peace.
He also later on sent me a picture here of making the 500-mile mark. That's awesome. And here's his buddy Metro, who's been hiking with him. We'll hear from Metro here in just a minute. Fancy Pants and the Monkey Crew, they send in their update.
Fancy Pants and the Monkey Crew coming at you, Ramdino. Sorry I couldn't get my update in last week. Connectivity has not been very good. So I tried several times to email and was not able to, but I'm trying right here because I've got a pretty good signal. So all is well. North Carolina is treating us well. Been loving the trail. About ready to pull into Fontana Dam and hit the Smokies. So I'm really excited about that. Never been in that section before. And right behind me, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, is the highest point on the AT. Anyway, thanks for what you do, Ramdino. We'll check in next week.
And they have made it to Fontana. And then Recon, he is finishing up his 2024 Sobo where he had to get off. He's got 444 miles left. He had to get off there because he was coming through when the storm hit. And of course, the trail was impassable before it could get punched through. So he went ahead and got off. So now he's back on. Says he's heading into Boots Off Hostel tomorrow, April 3rd, and all is well. Miss Scoutmaster, she sent in an update for Scoutmaster and Chill Guys. Of course, Chill Guys, Scoutmaster's son, they just passed mile 500 as of Wednesday and are doing great. And then they hit Atkins, Virginia on Friday, and they're stayed at the Bear Garden Hiker Hostel this weekend. So they're out in Adam now, this being Sunday, way far north, because they are really getting it out there. So new to the channel, we got Zuko, Katara, and Indy. And they have made it to the Mason-Dixon Line, so I'm pretty sure they're flip-floppers out there with that distance, although we do have some folks in PA, Roxylvania, as we just spoke about, but they are probably flip-floppers, and they send in this update.
Hey, Ramdino, Laura here, a.k.a. Zuko. Katara. This is Katara, and this is Indy. We're here at, Panmar County Park, and we just stayed at 0 Day Stay Hostel, wonderful hostel, but we took the road up. If anybody comes this way, there's a shortcut right through this park, and all you have to do is just go through the park, up the hill, and I think it's the second or third house on the right. All right, have a good day. Bye.
Gemini is new to the channel also and started the end of March at Rockfish Gap, heading north. So Rockfish Gap is kind of central Virginia there on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it's it's the gateway basically to the Shenandoahs, Shenandoah National Park. And she's been dealing with some gear issues, had to get off, but she should have that squared away by now. And then Wander is new to the channel. He also checks in from Iron Mountain Gap.
Hello, Ramdino. This is Wandering, formerly Gary's Wanderings. My name has been shortened to Wander. I'm here just north of Iron Mountain Gap. It's been a beautiful day today, and this is my day 37 on the trail, and things are going well. And just want to give you guys a quick look around. Got a lot of devastation that I'm going through. Expect to see more farther down the trail. But today's been a great day, and thank you, Ramdino, for all the support you give for the hiking community. You all have a great day.
Tortoise and Hare, they are at Fontana Dam, entering the Smokies on Monday, the Smokies tomorrow, and they say they can't wait. It has been unseasonably hot in the last few days, but it's going to be much cooler next week, according to them. The last section from Franklin to Fontana, they said, has been a great section, just gorgeous views, gorgeous wildflowers there that are starting to bloom, and things are just turning green. It's been beautiful. So sounds like they are hiking with spring. So Luscious, he is out of the Shenandoahs and spent a little bit of time there at the he calls it Club Denton. That's the Jim and Molly Denton shelter, and it is a really nice shelter. It's got a hot water shower there, solar hot water shower, and all covered picnic. And so here he is hanging out there enjoying it. So he's taking a little break there before he heads on into the roller coaster. And then Straps in Boston, they check in from Linda Mood School.
Hey Ramdino, this is Boston. I'm here with Chatterbox and her husband. What's his name again? Oh, Straps, yeah. Hey, you're gonna notice one member of our triumvirate is missing. OG. He's off the trail for a couple of weeks. He got some kind of gastrointestinal problem. We think it's something he ate. We don't think it's Noro. We think he picked it up in Damascus, so I'm not sure. But we're here at the Lindemann, what is it? Lindemood School. Yeah, and we're enjoying ourselves. It's a beautiful day. It's about 85 degrees. And we're here with one of our English friends also. This is the dude.
Hi there. Yeah, from Bingley, West Yorkshire, England. Hi.
That's all we got, Ramdino. Boston out.
And as they said, OG is not with them right now. OG had some issues, and so hopefully he'll be getting back on the trail and joining them. And then, of course, we got Metro, Alpha Gal's hiking buddy, and he sends in his update.
Hey, Ramdino, it's Metro on the move. We're here at mile marker 400. And for those at home, I just want to show you there's still a lot of destruction out here, lots of blowdowns. So it is crazy how much work has gone into it, but hats off to everyone that has participated in the cleanup. Thank you so much. It's looking better and better as the days go by. Thank you so much, guys. Let's keep moving.
Appreciate that energy going on there, Metro. That's awesome. And then Lori, she checks in and should be around Neil's Gap by now.
Hi, Ramdino. Auntie Lori here, aka Springtime. And I'm here with my little hiking buddy. Let's see if he's here. Frog. And we are between Neil's Gap and Low Water Gap at the most incredible overlook. It's just beautiful here today. The Georgia trails have been great. No obstructions. Everything is nice and smooth and clean and great. No trouble getting water so far. So I'm having a wonderful hike, and I thank you for all you do, and we'll see you down the trail.
And then John R. Klein, he got stuck in with that group there in Gatlinburg when the road was closed. And so they are all back on trail now. Happy Pappy should be close, if not in the Smokies. And he did say that right before he got to the Fontana there, that there was lots of down trees between the Knock and Tellico Gap, but nothing you couldn't work around. And then Papa just wanted to say that from the Settlers Museum to the Jenny Knob Shelter, it is pretty clear, meaning the trail's clear. And also up to Chestnut Knob. He said the shelter is not much for water there or for the next 10 miles. And he sends in his update from the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Hey Ramdino, it's Papa here. We're cruising through around the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. And we're preparing ourselves to hit Shenandoah sometime next week. Virginia is not disappointing. It's absolutely beautiful here, but it's not flat like people have been saying. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Edemus and Skates, they have made it to the Priest, and they sent in this report.
Hey Ramdino, Edemus and Skates coming to you from the Tye River. The Priest is up that way. Crabtree Falls is behind me. We met some wonderful trail angels taking a zero at their place. We're going to attack the Priest tomorrow and make our way down toward Lexington and Buena Vista. Hope all is well and God bless.
So those are all the folks that's reported in that's active right now out there on trail. And if you want to report in, be a part of this channel, then you can go down and you can send me a link below. You can send that to me in a email address or Instagram Messenger or Facebook Messenger. All those ways work really well. You folks for Apple, they seem to be having some issues, so you can send me a link to an Apple, whatever your cloud-based storage system is. That works well for y'all as well. Roots and Jamie, they check in from Amicalola Falls State Park, so they stayed there at the lodge and got on trail, and they sent in this update.
Hey Ramdino, my name is Rich Hall. I go by the trail name Roots.
I'm Jamie. I'm his son.
Just barely started on the approach trail to the approach trail, and we actually ran into a bear. We're also going to be on YouTube. We're going to post some videos there, hopefully a daily vlog. Our very first one for the day 0 video will actually tell about our little encounter with the bear. Anyway, just wanted to let you know that we were out on trail. It'll be tomorrow, Thursday, April 3rd. Wanted to thank you for everything you do. The only reason we're actually here this week, I kept seeing your videos saying get out here and help the community and help them recover. And so that's what we're here, and that's what we're doing.
Love seeing father sons out there on the trail, and father daughters and mother sons and mother mothers. And so great to see families out there hiking on the trail, enjoying this with each other. So starts we've got off of our support list. This upcoming week, we've got Greg Zielinski, Lisa Cohurst, and Kim Gutner are hiking together. Too Tall, Jason Arhart, Derek Crocker, Daniel Parlock, and Smokey. So that is all we have got coming off our support list. If you're not on that support list, you want to be, the link down below. Put yourself on there along with your social media so folks know how to get in there and cheer you on throughout the course of your hike. So we got a ton of news coming up. Let's dive right in. Last week we mentioned there was a missing person out of a facility there in Abington, Virginia that may be in Damascus. To my knowledge, this person is still missing. If you have heard if this person's been found or anything, please let me know. And we also have an additional person that's missing, Michael Derek Bennick. He was last seen around Centerville, Virginia, and his friends say that he may very well be out there hiking on the Appalachian Trail. He's got a dragon skeleton tattoo on his back and tribal tattoos on his shoulders. So he may be somewhere on the AT near the Shenandoah National Park. And of course, the Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club, they continue their hard work of improvements out there on the trail. They got back to Moreland Gap Shelter, and Moreland Gap had a tree come down that kind of tore the roof up in the front, but no structural damage other than that. So they came out and put a bunch of duct tape and looks like a tarp on there, and people were already using it, but it was leaking. So they're trying to make that a temporary fix for people so they could be in the dry in there. But you'll recall from back when the storm hit that some hikers sent in that they were actually inside the shelter when the tree come down and hit it and pretty much blocked their way of getting out there. So anyway, Tennessee Eastman's taking care of that. Of course, all the trees are removed from around that site. Amazing work, y'all. They even got Bob Peoples to sit down and take a break. Amazing that they got him to do that. Of course, I think what Bob's doing here is he's telling this table that was apparently at Moreland Gap and was, in pieces. He told it to reassemble itself. And out of respect for Bob Peoples, that trail legend from the Appalachian Trail, the table just put itself right back together. So appreciate you helping out there, Bob, and thanks for taking a break. And then the ATC released some pet peeves that thru-hikers had from 2024. So every year they take a survey, and it's not just about pet peeves, and it's not all about pets like dogs and cats and whatever else people are bringing out there, goats people are bringing out there on the trail. This is just a general survey, but it includes some pet peeves, and they said that 35% of people on the trail have an issue with littering. So what that means is that 77%, or over 3/4 of people on the trail, are okay with people littering. Folks, those numbers do not seem right to me. I cannot believe that 3/4 of hikers are okay with people throwing down litter and leaving junk around, particularly like this right here that was sent in by Spotter and was left at Stokoa Gap. So obviously these are thru-hikers that are doing this, that left this here and made such a mess. Because you can see, for one, the food, but also the food's in gallon Ziploc bags, which is what 99% of hikers out there that are doing, that have got experience, that's what we use for our trash cans. We get done with our trash, we put it in that Ziploc bag, and then at night we hang it up, and so there's no smelly stuff going on for bears and critters to get into. And unfortunately, this looks like thru-hikers that have done it. And so, guys, that's not the way we do it. But to begin with, that's not keeping and leave no trace. And it just makes a mess. It's disrespectful to other people that are coming behind you, because nobody wants to look at that. I mean, there's only grams, maybe ounces that are in that's in that trash. Take it with you. There'll be another trash can somewhere else. This trash can is only probably a day and a half hike from Fontana. I hiked it the whole way in one day. So not bragging or anything, just saying. So there's no reason why you can't just carry it with you and throw it in a dumpster when you get to Fontana over at Fontana Dam. So that's just ridiculous. And if there's other people's trash there, you don't have to carry all of it, but pick up a couple pieces of it. So, we need to leave a better impression for the public that comes in to places like this. And this is at a picnic area there at Stokoa Gap. Right now there's a lot of construction going on, but typically there's a really nice view there. We don't want the public to think we're a bunch of pigs out there. So hikers, whether you're through hikers, section hikers, day hikers, whatever you are out there, don't leave your trash around here. That's ridiculous. The ATC does not come with a concierge service. So yeah, these get emptied, but who knows how often they get emptied. And that's not the point. The point is not that somebody failed to come and empty it. The point is that the people throwing trash in it failed to take their trash with them, and by just making a freaking mess there. So let's don't throw trash like that, and don't throw trash in the privies. The privies are composting privies, and that trash does not go away. So somebody's got to clean that trash up. Would you want to go through somebody else's crap and pull out your trash or somebody else's trash? No, I can tell you right now, nobody out there wants to do that. But that's what has to happen when trail maintainers get out there and they change the privies out. They got to go through all of that stuff and pull out all the trash that doesn't belong. So trash is wrappers and clothes and feminine hygiene products. Yes, those are trash. They do not degrade. And so the only thing that needs to go in there is what came out of your body and toilet paper. That's it. So keep that in mind when you're out there. Let's have a little respect for the trail maintainers that bust their butts for us and keep the trail in the shape that it is out there. And just have a little respect for somebody not having to go through your poop to haul off your trash. The Georgia ATC, they cleaned out the Hawk Mountain shelter here lately. And basically they hauled off 14 garbage bags full of trash just that they pulled out of the privy. That's the wrong answer, folks. We got to be better than that. We got to think of each other, have more respect, have more love for each other than that. And then up in Connecticut, we got the Pine Swamp Branch Shelter. That campsite, shelter, and privy are closed. That's at mile 1,490.4. So they've got a lot of dead men, a lot of dead trees around that, and they've shut that down because things are falling, and it's just too dangerous right now. So until those dead oaks and stuff can get taken care of, don't stop there for anything. That place is closed. And then the ATCs received a report of a food conditioned bear at the Painter Branch campsite, which is Nobo Mile 244. So it's probably a juvenile bear, they say. Unless you see it, I don't know how you know it's a juvenile bear, but it got into an improperly hung earth sack. Here's the problem with improperly hung earth sacks. Most of the time, people hang them about head high. For some reason, and I've been told this by people that use them, I've never read the direction myself, but earth sack kind of builds itself on. You don't have to hang it high up in a tree. Yes, you do. You got to hang it just like any other soft-sided pack, just like a nylon pack or any other type of bag you're using for your smellies and your food at night. You got to hang that earth sack. So you can go spend that money on that earth sack if you want to, but you got to get it protected just like you would a thin-sided bag up there. And in fact, the U.S. Forest Service says that all soft-sided sacks, including earth sacks, have to be hung at least 12 feet off the ground and 6 feet from tree trunks and branches. And they need to be about 100 feet away from camp too. To keep from pulling, they're still going to smell. Well, you don't want to pull bears into camp and then the bears smell food in your tent or where it shouldn't be, or on you where you've spilled it on you. But that is an order by the Forest Service, and it covers Georgia through Virginia. So keep that in mind. Earth sacks do not prevent bears from getting into them. And then I'm also starting to hear some reports of some gastrointestinal sickness on the trail. That typically means noro, and this is the time of year when noro usually strikes because the bubble is all balled up at shelters there due to the camping policy and the Smokies, so you can only stay at shelters So that means there's a lot of people in the Smokies, a lot of people north of the Smokies as well. So that's where the bubble is, and wherever the bubble is, that's where Noro is. So I've done a lot, or not a lot, but several videos on Nora. I'll leave one in the description section here, and you can go and check that out. That ain't something you want to get. And so I would suggest that folks out there take the proper precautions of not sharing your food bag with each other, keeping your hands washed with soap and water. Hand sanitizer doesn't kill the Noro, so keep that in mind. We have had the burn ban has been lifted for North Carolina, Georgia, and the Smokies. And then Baxter's winter season is over. That ended April 1st. And so now the Hunt Trail system and the trails up to Katahdin are closed. And they will not open until late May or early June. So they open them, they close them back in the fall. And then when everything freezes over, they open them back up again. And now that everything's starting to thaw and things can be damaged by mud and wet conditions up there, that very precious alpine environment, they shut them down until things get drier and they're not as wet up there. So right now Baxter's closed, so that means there's going to be no more true Sobos that are going to be leaving there until May or early June. And then Marty, our Iron Mountain Gap correspondent up there, who has been keeping us abreast of what's going on with the damage in there, as well as the possible logging operations. He indicated that the logging was going to start sooner rather than later, he felt like, because he spoke with the logger, who just happened to be the same logger that was going to be clearing trees from around his property there at Iron Mountain Gap, where he lives. And, of course, he had a lot of trees down, too, and that logger said that he would be starting really soon. He thought within the next couple weeks. So that means that you, at that point, you really should be using that gosh-awful 6-mile reroute. And that reroute is mainly gosh-awful because, one, it's on gravel, but two, the last little bit, if you'll look at these contour lines, where it goes up from after you cross the road and goes up into the orchard, it is a 30-degree slope straight up. So it is going to be tough when it rains. And, it's not something that they've really improved, like with steps and everything. It's just temporary. So, but you're not going to have much of a choice because you don't need to be around heavy equipment, skidders and stuff like that are operating there at Iron Mountain Gap when they do start that salvage operation. And then Clover is a trail maintainer with the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club. She wanted to remind everybody that the Conorack crew is taking applications now. So the Conorack crew is a group up in Virginia that gets together. It's very organized, and they provide, the equipment you need for trail maintenance. And it's kind of where you come, and you can come just for a couple days, or I think they've even got some just for a day. But they got a lot of different organized events and groups going out. You can be a part of that. You have to put in your application to be a part of that. Some of them last as much as a week, but you could put in for multiple ones and do it the whole summer if you wanted to. But they will go out. They'll work on trail maintenance, mostly on the Appalachian Trail, but they'll be doing some other trails around there. Some of it up north is going to be like boundary work, but down south, I'm sure they're going to mainly be doing trail work. And so you can go and pick what you want to do and for how long you want to do it. They provide the food. Some of the time you'll be camping. And then some of the time you'll be back at their base camp there. So I would highly encourage you to go and sign up for that. And you can go to the ATC on their website, and they've got all the places where you can go and sign up for the Conorack crew. And there's other volunteer opportunities out there as well that are on their website to help out with the different trail crews. So I would encourage folks to get out there and be a part of helping the trail and helping the hikers that are going to be coming through, not only through hikers, but section hikers, day hikers, and you may be helping yourself out there, right? So I would highly encourage you to go and get on board with that. And then I did hear back from the ATC about the blowdowns in the Smokies. So there's 70 plus blowdowns. There is a month during April. Originally, I've been told it was only like a day would they use mechanized equipment. So it is a wilderness environment, but they do allow them the month of April to use mechanized equipment. So they should be able to get through there. And the Smokies, if you're a thru hiker coming through there, let me know. Right now, my understanding is there's a bunch of about 70 plus blowdowns on the north side, trail north side of Newfound Gap. But as those get cleared, if you're a thru hiker out there or a section hiker, let me know so that I can let other folks know about that. But those should be cleared now. Not now, but they should be cleared coming up here real soon, because they will have that month-long window to do that. Prior to the chainsaw window, they only can use manual equipment, so loppers and hand saws and crosscut saws, things like that. And there's always a possibility that trees are going to fall down again. And when they do, they'll have to get out there with manual equipment if it's after April to do that. And then she also, again, pointing me to the volunteer opportunities there that the ATC has. Whisper's our northern correspondent, so he indicated that we're still in that freeze-thaw cycle that's going on up in the Whites and up in northern England. So don't know that we have anybody up there right now. Pretty sure we don't, but as they get into those areas, hopefully then that freeze-thaw cycle will go away. May have some folks, though, that started flip-flop, and they've already started coming down. So stream crossings are going to be difficult. You're going to be breaking through some places. You're going to need snowshoes, but you may even break through in snowshoes. So just be careful out there with those folks. And then Bright Eyes, who is my cross-border Canadian collaborator, she has gone to the emergency trail angel list and put down the no-bow sections that they cover. So she has been doing a lot of work for me in really refining and organizing the list that I have out there. So one of those is the emergency trail angel list that we have. And she was also instrumental in putting together and organizing where the trail was open as different sections were open and different sections are closed. So we're not putting that out there anymore because everything's open with the exception of Iron Mountain Gap. But she's gone back to that emergency trail angel list. So a couple things with that. One, if you have that list, then just understand she's done that. It's cloud-based, so you should be able to see that. If you're a trail angel that wants to help people out there just out of the goodness of your heart, and you want to be a part of that emergency trail angel list, whether it's getting people off the trail in emergency or helping them out just in general, maybe taking them resupply or something like that, and you're not on that list, then send me your contact information along with the area that you operate in and how they can get in touch with you and what your name is, of course, and I will put you on that list. If you're a thru-hiker that's out there on trail and you need that list, then send me an email or a message, and I'll be glad to provide that to you after I've vetted you out to make sure that you are who you say you are as much as possible to protect the trail angels that are out there. And this is for emergency needs. It's not for an area where there is a trail angel or rather a shuttle that services that area for a fee. This is for a place where you get and you don't have a choice. You can't find anybody else to get you in. So please do not abuse that. And then we're starting to see some no-bow up in Pennsylvania. So we had John from Belgium. He came back and is finishing up his some points that he couldn't finish up from 2023 when he attempted a thru-hike. And so he said that Betsy from Kind of Outdoorsy Hostel and Outfitter there in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, indicated they had seen their first no-bow pure thru-hiker, and he indicated there's a whole bunch more about 2 weeks behind him. And then for me, I'm getting ready to get back on trail. My wrist is healed up good enough where I'm going to try to do that. So I'll be hitting the Blue Ridge Parkway, going up to Rockfish Gap and on into the Shanties sometime in the month of April. And then early in the month of August, I'm going to be getting back on trail for my yearly lash. Going to be going back up where I finished up there in Pennsylvania at mile 1,168, which is at PA Highway 325 and Clarks Valley Road there. So hopefully I'm going to be finishing up Roxylvania. I need some help from folks that are up there. I'm going to be flying in. So tell me what airport I can fly into. Give me some ideas for some shuttles to get to the trail and then to get back off the trail once I'm going to be up there for about a week to get back off and then get back home to an airport. So that would be very helpful if you folks that are in the know in Rocksylvania could help me with that. All right, folks, that's all I got this week. As always, appreciate you, and we'll see you out here.